Hello guys, my name is Pat and welcome to Bit Physics. My sincerest apologies for a late upload. Actually, I'm trying to use a voiceover on the video for the first time. Anyway, let's move on to today's topic, which is Raman effect. The Raman effect or Raman scattering is the inelastic scattering of a photon by molecules which are excited to higher vibrational or rotational energy levels. It was discovered by C.V. Raman along with K.S. Krishnan and Venkateswaran, who were students by the way, in liquids, and independently by Grigory Landsberg and Leonid Mandelstam in crystals. The effect had already been predicted by Adolf Schmickel in 1923. Now consider a transparent substance like this awesome slab of glass. When we shine a beam of red light on it, the beam comes out the other side along the same line and in the same color. When you use a spectrometer to study the same beam, you will see a single spectral line. For those who do not know, a spectrometer is an apparatus used to study spectrum. The lines in it are similar to that of splitting of light passing through a prism. A single line means that the beam is monochromatic, that is single frequency. Now Raman spent a lot of time studying the scattering of light passing through transparent substances. To showcase his work in a simple way, that is, let us come back to our awesome slab of glass. When you put a spectrometer at the end of this beam, you'll notice not one but two spectral lines. What is happening here? Let me explain. Remember how most of an atom is empty space? Well, this is one of the reasons why incident beam comes out along the straight line from the other side. However, what of the non-empty space? Surely some photons must strike there. Well, they do, a very small fraction of them, and they come out in directions other than that of the incident light. But here too the color of light is same as incident light. Well, most of the time at least. A small number of photons, small as in 1 per every million scattered, have a frequency usually lower, but also sometimes higher depending on the material, than the incident light. Now how does this happen, you ask? Well, when photons collide with an atom or a molecule, most of them are elastically scattered. That means scattered photons have same energy as the incident ones. But some are inelastically scattered. That is, they give or take energy from the particles they collide with. Also, the amount of energy transferred is independent of the incident energy of the photons. Obviously, this effect is weak in nature and cannot be observed by naked eye, but it does have some important use cases, and Raman spectroscopy is one of those. It is commonly used in chemistry since vibrational information is specific to chemical bonds and symmetry of molecules. Therefore, it provides a fingerprint by which the molecule can be identified. It is also a very efficient and non-destructive method for investigation of work of art. Identification of individual pigments and their degradation products leads to insight into the working method of the artist and allows us to gain information about the original state of the painting at the time of its creation, at least in the cases where pigments are degraded with age. Well, this concludes our today's episode. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.